They're 2-2, so this will be the decider on who comes out on top. And no better place to have a decider match than ichigoCon. Shoutouts to the Oxnard Center of Performing Arts for allowing us to have this wonderful venue. Thank you all so much to the people that made this possible. We have DCG, Land Hero, Mindplay, of course Larry Ler for the stream, and all the wonderful people here making the venue as great as it can be. I'm so excited to be bringing you top 8, and
no, this has been a great venue, a great first-time tournament that we have here. I honestly really like Oxnard. It's a really beautiful place.
Oh yeah, a lot to do here, and Monte and RockMan got a lot to do here. Getting into game number 1, losers, round 1 of top 8 for 7th place. Starting on PS2 because we're SoCal, why not?
All right, here we go. RockMan and immediately up being in the corner, and we're seeing him just trying to stay back away from Monte, because Monte does have that nair, and that nair can absolutely shred walls that Steve puts up. So RockMan does have to be a bit careful here, especially where and when he mines, because keep in mind also, PJ, that nair also is a pretty big disjoint because it beats Steve nair.
Yeah, exactly. And if you have anything that can beat Steve, you definitely want to abuse it. And that nair is something that all Game & Watch players are going to find a great resource in this matchup, whether that be breaking blocks or just contending Steve in an air-to-air game. It's just going to be a good idea for Monte. 116% on Monte, and RockMan gets a big reversal center stage and able to rack on that percent. And now you're at a high enough percent for 1, things to kill, and 2, getting knocked so far away that RockMan can just continue to craft. So it's almost kind of good that Monte died so early there, so he can continue to pressure on this mining that RockMan's doing, and that's so important in a matchup like Steve.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Suppressing resources.
Yeah, suppressing resources, because resourceless Steve is not great. He loses a large part of his game, and immediately we're also seeing Monte doing one big thing with him, and that's being just at a grab range usually, so he can react to all those grabs. Because Steve's grab is pretty lackluster in and of itself. His throws are pretty decent, but the grab itself, it has a lot of very well-known problems with its hitbox.
Yeah.
So, just by keeping right at grab range, he's better able to react to stuff. And they're bucketing the minecart.
A 9 hammer for Monte going the wrong way. If it hit its mark, could have been scary. Monte now getting a big grab on RockMan, 54%, and continuing to add on this juggle. RockMan can't find an answer, can't build too high out of the build zone, and now he's going high with the blocks there, but it is too slow to go for that. Monte immediately up being and starting off down in percent, but still looking pretty strong until RockMan finds that minecart to punish that up smash.
Yeah, that was a Golden Tracks minecart, so of course it's going to kill right there. And now he's got the wall up. But
oh no, too laggy on the wall, and that's going to be big damage for RockMan as he gets 69% and a forward smash coming through to cover that air dodge. 93% now on RockMan, and continuing to add on the pressure with the diamond.
Oh dear.
I got my sword in hand
and all right, no tech coming in, because keep in mind, if he techs it, he dies.
Oh, and Monte charging up that up smash. I know you are blue and your smash attacks are good, but I got some blue smash attacks for you, and Monte's not as strong as that diamond forward smash. And RockMan immediately showing that even when you're down as Steve, you're never quite out.
Oh no,
Monte
absolutely
was just
not.
Like, he upbeat in the wrong direction to start off the match, took 70 and immediately reversaled with that wood pickaxe. And that's something that RockMan's going to be so good at, is milking that damage but not overextending and continuing to play his game of either juggling Monte or continuing to hit him in disadvantage or mining.
Yeah.
It's really fitting for a player like RockMan and the way he likes to play Smash to find a character that literally has 3 ways to punish you for getting hit by his combos and after the fact. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And if you're Monte here, you just want to be less aggressive with your defensive options. I mean, that air dodge near the end, frankly, was what cost him the game. That air dodge punish that RockMan did with the forward smash, like, that just put the game way out of reach for Monte at that point. So he's got to be far more careful with his air dodges as he goes into game 2 here on Smashville. Pretty decent stage for Game & Watch, although, it's like okay for Steve too, so it's not that bad. I believe this is a dirt stage too, so make of that what you will.
Oh, it's actually a wood stage.
It's a wood stage, okay.
Yeah, so he's going to be using that axe a lot more, which means that his up tilt will be off a line less and forcing RockMan to expend more resources on tool refreshes.
All right. I think was that side B a misinput?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. I say, there's another interesting Steve setup that we might see from RockMan later, which is having the anvil suspended on the block in the air to kind of set things up. Good tech from RockMan.
Yeah, unfortunately not in position to punish that tech on the underside of the block, but Monte with the pressure, 112%, missing the edge guard, and the up smash gets canceled by the mine block breaking, and no tech, and still too much damage and too far to survive that, even on the wall bounce. And now Monte racking on this percent and extra credit, but RockMan immediately scrapping out Monte. You have to check Monte when he's going for those weird landing forward air setups. There's a little bit of frame, a gap in the frame data, and that's where you got to swing with RockMan. And that's something that he's been good at so far, is finding these reversals, finding the ways to swing. But Monte just completely suppressing this game plan as Smashville just becomes so smothering with that nair, covers so much of the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. Monte looks quite a bit more comfortable in this second game. Does eat the TNT. I believe that's the first TNT we've actually seen out of RockMan this whole set. And, all right, what's it going to be? It's just going to be, ooh.
Yeah.
I would say baiting him to go for that dirt block. And then, yeah, see how porous that grab can be? Wow. Steve's grab, ladies and gentlemen. Steve's grab.
Yeah, it sometimes finds trouble hitting that mark. You're literally fishing for a grab, and sometimes it's not a very good way at fishing. So we're going to be seeing RockMan pulling the diamond out early, hopefully able to pop Monte away, and then rack on that extra diamond. That just shows the level of understanding that these Steve players have to know when their next diamond is on cycle, because that's your win condition.
Absolutely. Although RockMan does have to be careful. He is getting up there as Steve. 110, that will be dead.
Yeah.
But he does have the last stock diamond, and he will craft the tools, so there we go. And he's got gold, so the mine carts are very much online, although I'm not sure how much redstone he has. Let's see for that.
For mine carts, yeah. 99% now on Monte as RockMan tries to stop the bleeding and stop it now. Bucket on the minecart, and the counter pick looking good immediately for Monte, and you're seeing this kind of oppression that he can have with that nair, as well as these aerials in general. That platform sets up perfectly for those bomb drops, and just continuing to utilize the space and really punish RockMan and Steve's lackluster movement.
Look at RockMan. He's only got 3 blocks left. 2 blocks. Okay, he's got a little bit more, but importantly, he only has 1 iron, so that's 1 anvil and/or 1 minecart. So he's gotta make that one count.
It's just so difficult on a wood stage like Smashville for RockMan to accumulate resources fast enough. Usually you want to see like dirt or something just to have blocks to build with, but on a stage like this, it's just so difficult to get any blocks going. You're going to see RockMan stuck at these 3 or 4 blocks. The back air finally connecting for RockMan to give him a little bit of time, but every time he builds to put a wall up to mine some more, it's just net negative, and finally...
He does get the kill, but he is still very much in the hole here. But remember, this is Steve, so any hole is very diggable. Well, okay, well, relatively diggable.
Speaking of holes to dig,
yeah, exactly.
dug him a hole there, got the up smash out in time. Monte, with a very strong counter pick and understanding of the Steve matchup, take him to the wood stage, make it hard for him to rationalize spending blocks in neutral, as well as going for mining, because if you're not mining, you're chopping wood, and Steve's not that great at chopping trees. He needs that up tilt in that combo game, so you have to make some pretty tough decisions.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
RockMan.
We're going to game 3 here, 1-1 in the set. There we go. We're on small battlefield, so I believe we are back to dirt now, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it's a stone stage.
Is it still? Okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. It's okay.
It shows. It shows the last time I read the doc. Well,
yeah. This is a stone stage, so you're going to be seeing RockMan using the pickaxe more, which is his forward air and back air. Back air being a very strong killing move, but a little bit faster, I believe, to mine than it is to get wood. I'm not 100% sure on that though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big up tilts. Ooh, look at that damage. Tries to go for an up smash, but Monte knowing the DI to DI behind there.
Yeah, exactly. The ladder, I feel like that little encapsulation sort of has a bigger narrative of middle 2023, which is Steve's results have been going down pretty precipitously. And granted, that's also largely because a lot of Steve's big main players have either retired or gone on a major break. People like Jake, like Yanni, like RockMan, like Acola, like we could keep going, but we have not been seeing a ton of Steve results.
Yeah, so it's good to see RockMan come out and kind of represent that, hey, SoCal does have a Steve. In fact, and RockMan a very strong one, even though he's in the loser side of this bracket. It just shows a testament to how strong this region is. And with what Monte's doing on what he's putting on display, has some really strong Steve counterplay. That down air punishing RockMan for trying to get off his own block.
Yeah. Oh, good DI by Monte to stop that. Although, yeah, see, that's the thing about that block at the ledge. If you hug the stage with your up B, you can get around it and get to the ledge. You know, that works with a whole bunch of different characters. I know, you know, from personal experience with Byleth, that's how you're supposed to do it. And with Game & Watch, it's a very similar idea.
Yeah.
So Monte very much availing himself. Clearly, he's played this a lot. Like, that's where this is.
Yeah. Monte continuing to rack on this extra credit as he is at 149%. A sore sight for eyes. I mean, you don't ever want to see a Game & Watch living this long, especially on his first stock. Monte continuing to rack on this extra credit from RockMan, getting stage spiked, and the back air covers the high up B. Monte with 149% of rage and continuing to put on that pressure, but RockMan getting the up throw. Gonna make it a little bit less of a comeback, but still, Monte figured something out in the matchup very clearly here.
I would say quickly, we're seeing less of these aggressive air dodge ins. We're seeing, yeah, he's challenging RockMan's aerials, and yeah, also giving far more respect to that forward smash. Because has he been hit by a forward smash since game 1?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, and then.
Whoa. Oh, wow, that's scary. I mean, good on Monte to know that. I don't live there, I'll tell you that. And that back air is going to connect and not take the stock even at 113%. Big DI for Monte, and that's the second layer, ladies and gentlemen, to that trap. Yeah, you think you're past the BS off stage. No, there's an anvil coming.
I was saying I figured there had to be something else to that.
And RockMan will find a way to bring out a level 3, trust me. So, you know, not out of the woods yet, and RockMan making it count 67% and going for a big forward smash read as Monte tries to get some control in the corner. A forward smash comes through.
I'll say, hey, RockMan has really done a good job bringing this game back. And even though, again, he's kind of running out of materials again, and he's just got a ton of stone, he does have one thing of wood, but importantly, only 2 iron. So, you know, I'll say, notice how he doesn't land with the anvil so he can later minecart. And now, the 3-2 iron. Okay, good DI by Monte. And,
that's sending into an untuckable.
So yeah, you know how you mentioned level 3 of that trap? Yeah, that's level 3.
Yeah, you do it before they actually hit the block, so that the anvil hits, and then it creates a double tech with the first tech being untechable, and it spikes you.
Yes.
And it spikes you. And this is Game & Watch recovery, by the way. If you're playing anybody with like a bad recovery, it's GG.
Yeah, no.
It's GG. And RockMan taking that big edge guard into game number 4 as he's up 2-1 in the set. We're going to see Monte with the counter pick now, going to Hollow Bastion. I believe another wood stage.
I thought this was an iron stage.
Is this? Oh, stone stage, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, even so, Monte, a layout he's looking for here is that single platform in the center. We saw that success on Smashville, but this stage is longer than Smashville by quite a far margin. It's FD. Same blast zone, same stage length, but with a platform in the middle.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, Monte's looking for some success there. Although, you know, on the counterplay, Steve can build a bit of a house there in the middle. Well, and with the wider stage in general, well, it does give RockMan a bit more time to react to whatever Monte's going to try to do to get towards him under the platform. We're seeing RockMan doing a lot of these retreating things towards the underside of that platform. He does have some redstone, so gold carts are very much online now. However, he's out of iron again.
It's so difficult in this stone pattern. It just takes so long to find those resources you're so desperately looking for, especially that anvil, which has been netting him a lot of great stock. The good time shield drop, and that's going to be Monte taking the stock with the big old noggin. The avatar state somewhat coming online for Monte as he gets a big grab on RockMan, trying to craft for some iron
Monte
tools.
Mentality.
Air dodges through, but the back air covers enough timing and just goes barely high enough to avoid that turtle.
I would say Franklin almost getting him there, but there we go. All right, Monte does have it. Both players avoiding near disaster there. All right, so he does. All right, so RockMan is getting some resources now. He has gold tools, or
iron tools. It's iron tools.
Oh, it's iron. Okay. Hey,
not sure if
he got the gold, but he didn't get enough for gold tools. Okay.
I think he's not. I don't think he wants gold tools. I think he wants the powered minecart over it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the gold does give frame advantage. The powered minecart is way
There we
better.
go.
All right, he's got diamond, but he's presumably saving that for the last stock. Probably.
91% as he continues to rack on. Big lead that Monte has been so good at keeping. I feel like even though RockMan bringing it back in terms of stock count, Monte's been holding on with this big damage.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, he treats to the platform, but the pickaxe breaks. Uh-oh, that's bad because that means no forward air and no back air, and mining's going to be way more inefficient. All right, trades with the up air and the anvil. He has to use the diamond to get the pickaxe back.
Had 2 in the inventory, but still, maybe you don't want to see it this early on, and just trying to grab a stock and finally does it 111%, and there's the inverse L.
I would say the Waluigi logo.
Yeah. Hey, Waluigi and Smash, you know.
Yeah, he
finally
made it.
That's as far as you're getting, Waluigi fans.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to RockMan, 155%, and oh baby, good DI from Monte. Having all that rage on him is going to make it so that those throw confirms are a little bit tighter to get that first hit, and that forward air will start spiking after a second loop of nair forward air.
Yeah, Franklin sending RockMan off and finally getting the kill, and RockMan on his final stock of the game, but he does have the diamond, and this time he does have full diamond tools online and not having another stock to worry about not using them on. Oh. Okay, that was interesting. So, RockMan currently up in the air. He's only got 52, so this is still very doable. And remember, this is Steve.
With diamond.
Yeah, diamond. Yeah, diamond Steve too, with gold for the powered mine cards. So, all right, good on Monte to tech that. I think.
No, he didn't. He didn't tech it, but I think he was anticipating. For not teching it.
Yeah.
So it set up a much better situation for Monte, I think. And
well. He didn't tech that, so...
Steve players are now clipping that, and they're saying that's the Steve counterplay. we suck at taking block too. That's just one of those situations where Monte, just a well-placed aerial to force that weird situation with block. Because if you have a block above if you put a block above Steve, it's not like a great spot to be in. You don't want to block above you in general, so it's a good time to try to put some hitboxes out and contend that space that has become limited with that ceiling being there. So, yeah, that's basically kind of how that matchup goes, is like, can you utilize blocks, and how does blocks actually change the pace of the match and the positioning of the two characters, and finding a way to come out on top over the Steve. It's just hard because the Steves are so practiced.
Yeah, absolutely. And here we go, final destination. And this is RockMan's counter pick. This time, no platform for Monte to hide under. So, I'll say the blocks will be the platforms. We are going to see a lot of terraforming right now. Ooh. All right, gets a train that will result in 78. Now, importantly, with the Steve, a lot of times the first combo doesn't kill. So it's usually the second or third one. And, yeah, there we go. Berry and Light.
86% now on Monte, as RockMan has it's a shovel stage, which is ideal because, one, you mine faster, and you don't use shovel for anything else besides mining on these stages. So you're looking pretty good here as RockMan to just continue to get some big materials incoming. It is a little bit harder to find the big materials, but it's a lot easier to mine through the cycle.
Okay, that was a very greedy up smash.
Vehicular manslaughter, you know?
Yeah.
No, that was definitely intentional with that minecart, but...
Yeah.
79%. And continuing to hold this lead, FD, I feel like being a very strong stage for Steve, and just getting the double up tilt into up smash, continuing to put out hitboxes too, making it known that, hey, even though you're Game & Watch and I'm the one that struggles to land, I can still contend out there, and it just makes it that much more mental tax on your opponent to have to worry about these options versus Steve.
Yeah, no, if you just put out even a contesting hitbox up there, like Steve is very capable of doing, and given the blocks, I mean the highest, he's dead. Yeah.
Not the only one that can dig on this stage.
Yeah, exactly. So no crafting table, so that's going to use up a bit of resources, but that's no big deal, not on this stage at least. Minecart going out. Oh, dash attack, and Monte's kind of in the corner, and
114% center stage. Diamond backer is all it takes sometimes, and RockMan not choosing the tech to be put in a potential blender situation, and now instead standing on the other side of the wall and just continuing to rack on this big extra credit, and a big forward smash coming through. That's the game ender.
Absolute. Oh, great up B, and avoiding the anvil too. Monte very much not out of this because, I mean, that entire sequence, RockMan was controlling center, and, you know, Monte has regained it for now. How many judges has he done that have not gone through? That's the third one this set, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes Monte just going out, maybe even trying to do another special move, but it just comes out, unfortunately, and RockMan's going to punish you for that. And any miscues you make versus Steve in this matchup and popping out of the minecart and getting hit with a back air, Monte looking to bring this to a last stock situation, game 5, but RockMan is looking, you know, taking percent, but looking somewhat in control. Up tilt back air. All the lame characters have up tilt back air. I'll say it.
Yeah.
And Steve, not excluded from that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Back air.
Looks like a car cancel. That's really funny.
All right. Ooh,
Wow.
just glides beautifully under Franklin. Just beautiful stuff. And Monte, all right, no tech coming out. And at that point, RockMan just wants an opportunity, which he gets. 3-2 RockMan in a very good, solid performance from RockMan. And a lot of ups and downs there. And also, both players